This is the Rangers Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Texas Rangers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, another one and done for the Rangers as their one-game winning streak abruptly comes to an end in Kansas City. A royal flush as the Royals score late and they beat the Rangers again 6-4 the final today to make it 3 out of 4 in the series. Another critical loss as the Rangers wrap up their road trip and get ready to return home with a mark of 2-5 as they fall further behind in the wild card race. Here we go. Welcome into the Rangers Postcast, your team every day, and in our case, your team every single game. My name is Jeff Biggs, longtime host and reporter. Thank you for watching the Locked On Rangers. And again, this is where the Locked On Rangers podcast is where you will find the great work of Bryce Paterick every day. Bryce will have a lot to say about this game, this road trip, and he'll look ahead to another huge weekend series with Cleveland coming up tomorrow night with Nathan Eovaldi on the mound. Although you could also make the argument, but too little too late. But nonetheless, still a big series, and got to hope that the Rangers can find a way to start winning and hope that the other teams in the division and in front of them will lose some games with 33 left to play. All right, let's get after it.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Well, I'll tell you what, final game of the road trip, final game of the season against the Royals, and good to see Bruce Bochy back after his one-game absence. I was really hoping for a really strong bounce-back start for Patrick Corbin, who look, I know he's not Nathan Eovaldi. I know he's been okay. Some would say average, but I like the guy. I like his competitiveness. I respect his background and what he has done, to keep going, and what he did stepping in this season to help the team when really, he literally got the call at the last minute and was thrown into the rotation. So I have no disrespect for the guy, but with that said, he wasn't terrible today, right? But you get the sense that his days in the Rangers rotation might be numbered. Maybe one more here. Because I think he did pretty well against the Angels. Maybe he'll get one more against the Angels next week. But if that does not go well, would not be surprised if somebody else took his spot. But we'll see. I'm not rooting for that. I'm just saying. With that said, the Royals got things started with the Lofton home run in the bottom of the second. The Rangers, though, came right back. They responded. Jock Pederson, who has hit some hard balls on the road trip, gets a 2-out RBI single to tie the game up at 1-1. Unfortunately, that tie did not last long. Bottom of the third, Perez with an RBI single. After that weird ground rule double play that got that poor Rangers fan and his girlfriend kicked out of the game in left field. I understand the rule, but come on, the ball bounces up and goes into the stands. Of course you're gonna try to grab it. What I don't know. I think it'd be one thing, if you're leaning over and you're hanging over the fence, but if you're there in the stands and the ball goes in there, I know you're supposed to be aware of what's going on and know that it's still in play. I get it, but come on, guys. You have, 2,000 people at your game. Really? Anyway, so that that put the Royals back up. The Royals would then score 2 more runs in the bottom of the 4th to knock out Patrick Corbin. That made it 4-1. But in the top of the 5th, thought was going to be maybe a good sign for the day. Back-to-back singles to start the inning from Corey Seager and Ezekiel Duran. Duran, by the way, taking over for Marcus Semien, who tried to play through it, but remember, he fouled that ball off of his left foot and still continued to play. Made that great throw and tag by Cody Freeman on the runner going to third. That was awesome. But had to come out with the left foot contusion for Marcus. Hopefully the fact that, he still went out there, hopefully he'll be okay and the x-rays are okay and he'll be all right. But that was a bummer for sure. And who knows, maybe he could have had a big hit late in the game. So after Jock struck out, Evan Carter singled to load the bases, and that brought up Rowdy Tellez, who grounded into what should have been a double play, but instead Bobby Witt Jr., after getting the throw from India, just clipped it, did not catch it, and that was ruled an error. Everybody safe, a run scored. That made it 4-2, and then Josh Smith was able to hit a big 2-run single to tie the game and knock out the former Ranger Lorenzen. 4-4 was the score, but not for long. Sticking with the number 4.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Yeah, 4-4. And how about home run number 4 in the series for Vinny Pasquantino, homering in the 4th straight game. Royals retake the lead 5-4. They would never look back at that point. That was the ball game. Danny Kalum would later issue a bases loaded walk in the 7th to make it 6-4. But again, the Rangers not able to rally, not able to just get enough to score some runs and scratch out and win a game. And as a result, they lose again to fall further under 500. All right. When we come back, want to hear from you via the Rangers comment crew. We'll do that. Again, 33 games left. Say this every game. You need wins, not losses. The players know that. Maybe going home, that will help. I mean, they need to win both of these series. As I said last night, 5-1, 6-0 would be great, but got to take advantage of these home games, especially with the way the team is played on the road. And so we'll see what happens, but huge weekend series coming up beginning tomorrow night, and good way to start it off with Nathan Eovaldi on the mound in the opener. All right, quick timeout. When we come back, we are going to hear from you. Also going to talk a little bit about Josh Young. We'll do that when we return. This is the Rangers Postcast. All right, well, most people can't name all their financial accounts or even what they're worth, whether it's 401ks, properties, or investments. And when you don't have the full picture, you can end up leaving money on the table. That's where, and that's why there is Monarch Money. It's an all-in-one personal finance tool that brings your entire financial life together in one clean, easy-to-use interface on your laptop or your phone. Monarch is built for people with busy lives. If you put off organizing your finances, Monarch is for you. Monarch does the heavy lifting for you, and you can link all your accounts in minutes. You can see clear data visuals, get smart categorization of your spending, and finally feel in control of your money without ever touching a spreadsheet. So don't let financial opportunity slip through the cracks. Use code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com in your browser for half off your first year. That's 50% off your first year at monarchmoney.com with code LOCKEDONMLB. And look, it's when you're losing games or you're not winning, it is definitely time, right? It is time to fuel up and turn it up with 5-Hour Energy Transfusion. This grape, ginger, and lime flavored shot brings the iconic taste of a golf course favorite to a non-alcoholic boost. Perfect for sinking birdies or making great memories with friends. It's a hole-in-one for your energy game. So whether you're on the course or you need just a little extra push to power through your day, 5-Hour Energy Transfusion delivers the clubhouse flavor you love without ever leaving the green. Golf, again, all about good times with good people and good flavors. The grape, ginger, lime flavor of 5-Hour Energy Transfusion gives you the best parts of your clubhouse go-to without leaving the course or chasing down the bev cart. Now you can amp up the fun even more. Just buy, snap, and enter for a chance to win a dream golf trip for two to any golf tournament in the USA. Think about that. That is pretty cool. So tee up that trip. Visit 5-h-e-win.com for rules and entry. No purchase necessary. Excludes the Masters tournament. Ends October 31st, 2025. Okay, we are back. The Rangers postcast. The Rangers fall to the Royals 6-4. They dropped 3 out of 4, unfortunately, in this series, and they will head home for a big weekend showdown coming up beginning tomorrow night with the Cleveland Guardians. Just want to mention briefly, Josh Young got in there, and hold on, there we go. Sorry about that. Josh Young got in there to pinch hit and struck out in a critical moment. And there's been a lot of chatter about Josh Young's future and, is he playing for his job? I don't know about that. I don't know if it's quite at that point. I still think defensively he's one of the best in the game, period. And I think he's still young and he's just having a really bad season and is really having a hard time hitting fastballs right now. But, does that mean that they're going to get rid of him? And then he, comes down to, who are you going to get? What's it going to cost? All that comes into play, but I know they like Josh a lot. I know he's been a great player for them, and so we'll see. But clearly, he's going to have to work hard, and he's going to have to, find a way to get his game going and get his swing back at the plate. All right, let's get it going. Alf leading us off. Good afternoon, Alf. Hope you're feeling better today, my friend. Hope Shirley is doing well. Alf says nothing to say about this one. Hit that like button. Thank you, Alf. Appreciate that very much. And I mean this sincerely. Your support for the show, letting people know means a lot. We want to be able to keep this going and really let this turn into something special and part of the game. And so we appreciate it very much. Mark says, pathetic road trip, disgraceful. Thank goodness for 2023. Yeah, well said. Nick says, what can you say? Rough road stand at an awful time to have a rough road trip. Massive wasted opportunity. Yeah, I think they'll look back and they'll look back at the entire month of August and say, man, what happened? Where did our season go? And that's the hard part because, you start the season, right? Late March, early April, May, June, July, you play all those games. You work hard. Your pitching and your defense give you a really, really great chance to win games. Your offense struggles, but you feel like, you're due to break out, and just never happen. Never happen. Geo777 says Rangers' last winning road trip was 2 months ago against a bad Pirates and Orioles team. I did not realize. Yeah, you're right, though. That was. And even that one wasn't great. It was good, but not lights out by any means. Wow. That says a lot right there. Paul Wilson says 1 step forward and 3 steps back over the cliff. Yeah. It just, I feel like we're wash, rinse, and repeat. Can't lose games. Got to win games. And again, they know that. They know what's going on, but it's just remarkable to me. I mean, think about it. I mean, these guys have been the best of the best playing this game since they were kids. And I know it's a hard game. I know hitting is harder than I can even comprehend. But still, these guys have been doing it long enough that you got to find a way to scratch out a win and get a clutch hit and get a rally going. I've just never seen anything like it. It's really, I don't really have any words, to be honest with you. David says, well, at least they are consistent. Lose another close game with no clutch hitting. SoldierX says, how many times have they out-hit the opponent and still lost? Can't get runners in scoring position in. Nope. Mark says the Rangers still have yet to hit a grand slam this season. Wow. Yep. SoldierX says, feel bad for Seager, literally doing everything he can, just no help. Yep. I mean, we talked about this earlier. I mean, I really thought that, okay, again, as bad as it was, that usually the game works where even like the bad players or the bad teams find a way to hit their averages or close to their averages. I mean, this team will go down as one of the all-time worst like ever in certainly in team history for sure. But just stunning to me that this late in the season and they're still this bad offensively. It's just unbelievable. Mark says there'll be no postseason this year for the Rangers again, even though Houston, Seattle, Boston, and New York really don't want the playoff spot either. Gio says Rangers might have more hits, but you can't give the other team 8 walks and only get 1 walk for your team. The walks were the difference today. Yeah, the walks and the home runs were really the killers in this series. Again, I just why there's not more pop and more mash with this lineup. We'll never know. Ragamuffin says could not execute shutdown inning and hitting with runners in scoring position. Poor. Yep. Grayson says, of course, the bullpen has started to sell now. Yeah. Jacob Webb, that was not, that was not the return they were hoping for from him. Danny Colum, pitching in some, big impactful moments. That was tough. Tried, when when you have that kind of stuff, you're trying to hit the corners and find the perfect spot, which is great when you can do it, and it's a great skill. But when you don't and you walk in a run, it's a killer. And those are just, I used to always say nothing kills a team or deflates a team faster than a bad bullpen. But, we've seen with this team this year, it's been the offense. But now the bullpen is having their issues. Isaac says, keep on watching until they are eliminated, but even if they are, I still watch at least some. Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. We're here every game. We're going to continue to do so. I'm going to keep watching. I'm not going to look. I'm not going to stop caring about the team or wanting to see them do well, or when they win or when they score or they have a good inning or something good happens. I enjoy it. I do. I still do, and just I hope that they'll come back home here. Maybe getting back home, that'll get them going again, and maybe the other teams will continue to lose. I mean, that literally one game at a time here to go with 33 left. Gio, final comment from you. Rangers averaging 4.5 runs a game this road trip. The Rangers pitching now giving up 6 runs a game this road trip. Yeah, that math won't work. And they've, the pitchers have done their part. They have tried to keep this team in this season. And, you're playing some good teams on the road and doing so with really no room or no margin for error. And that takes a toll on you. There's no way around it. All right, guys. Hey, thank you for getting in today. I know it's a work day. Appreciate you being a part of the show. Appreciate all of your comments very much. We'll do it again tomorrow night. I do want to say, show announcement. I'll be on a little bit later after the game tomorrow night. I won't be on right after the game, but I will have this open. If you want to leave your comments, I'll be on after we do. We have to do a quick Cowboy show after the game, but then I'll be on after that. And then Saturday and Sunday, regular schedule, but a little bit later tomorrow night, but I will be on. And again, this will be set up, but hopefully Big Nate on the mound back home. Be great to see him, and the Rangers set the tone for the homestand and get game 1 against the Guardians. Final score today, though, the Rangers fall in Kansas City 6-4. They lose 3 out of 4 in the series, 2-5 on the road trip. 33 games left to play. This has been the Rangers Postcast.